So for those of you who don't know, who are SFG20? SFG20 is the industry standard for building maintenance specification, and for over 35 years we've helped organisations keep their buildings safe, compliant and running efficiently. We were established in the early 90s by BESA, which is the Building Engineering Services Association, and that was in response to a need for a standardised approach to building maintenance. Today, SFG20 offers over 1,500 maintenance schedules, each one detailing what tasks can be carried out, by whom, how often, and these are created and continually updated by our in-house team of technical authors, a team of over 200 years worth of engineering experiences. They ensure that all of our schedules are reflected with the latest legislation, regulations, and best practice. When the schedules are updated, you're automatically notified and given a side-by-side view of what's changed, so you can implement updates when it suits you with no more time-consuming research. And with well-maintained assets running more efficiently and lasting longer, SFG20 doesn't just save time and effort, it helps avoid costly downtime and compliance risks too. Now, many of you out there in the FM world will have completed our recent State of the FM survey, and the results are in. What we found was 70% of FM managers do not fully understand their compliance responsibilities, and 43% of organisations report less than 75% accuracy in their asset registers. In fact, we found that only 1 in 10 respondees felt that their asset register was 100% complete, which means that 90% of all asset registers out there are worryingly not complete. So as our product director, Paul Bullard, notes, if an asset register is over 80% accurate, that's generally considered good within the industry. And unfortunately, we've seen cases where entire building systems have been missing altogether. This presents a significant challenge, particularly when there are over 1,000 legislative changes each year, making it difficult to know exactly what needs maintaining and, more importantly, when. So how do you access the standard? Well, you access it through our new software solution called Facilities IQ. And my colleague Liam is going to give you a quick overview of the platform now.
Facilities IQ is the only way to access the latest version of the SFG20 industry standard, but it is more than just access to the standard. Let's run through some of the key features of the software, starting with Smart Search, which you will find on the Home tab. The search function offers various options for you to get the results you are looking for. Search by keywords, Uniclass, SFG20 or NRM codes. You can even search for legislation, such as the Building Safety Act, which will show you all of the schedules that reference the Building Safety Act. It has never been easier to find what SFG20 guidance you need. If we click on one of the schedules, you can tailor it, allowing you to add your own knowledge of the assets. You can change the maintenance required based on factors such as the age of the asset to avoid over or under maintaining your buildings. You can tailor content by adding custom introductions, amending task duration and frequencies. You can even remove tasks that aren't relevant for your asset and add specific notes for engineers to help them locate the asset and specific parts. Within Facilities IQ, you can organise all of the schedules you need through maintenance regimes. You can arrange regimes by specific factors such as budget, location, contract or building. Now you have customised your maintenance regimes, you may want to share it with internal or external stakeholders, such as your contractors. You can create secure sharing links by finding your way to the Sharing Links tab in the left-hand menu. Simply add the email address of the person that you're sharing the regime with, the level of access you want your contact to have, and how long they will need access for. This will help you improve collaboration and communication both internally and externally, and ensure that all parties are able to work with the latest compliant SFG20 standard, which changes every month. You can keep track of any changes in the Actions tab. The Actions area acts as a to-do list that provides you with reminders of work that needs your attention. This can be found in the left-hand menu. The SFG20 standard changes every month to keep up with the latest changes to primary and secondary legislation and industry best practice. When schedules are updated, you will need to confirm the update within your maintenance regime. If a schedule you use has updates, you will see two buttons, Confirm and Schedule. Click Schedule to view the update and Confirm to update the schedule to the latest version within your maintenance regimes. If you have tailored any schedules, this will go through the same process. The core schedule will be updated, but you won't have to retailor again. Facilities IQ is not a cafm, CMMS or IWMS, but it does integrate with these FM systems through an API key so that you can use the SFG20 standard to build out your maintenance plans without any friction. We have an integration partnership with a growing number of FM software providers. Check out if we are partnered with your provider on the SFG20 website. Want to learn more about Facilities IQ? Request a software demo with one of our experts to see the product in action and get your questions answered.
We have a seamless integration with any of your third-party systems, and it couldn't be easier. As long as the provider you work with has an integration, all you need to do is get your API key to connect the two systems via the sharing link, which I mentioned, and Chris can talk through some of that. But enough about me. Let me pass you over to Chris, who can introduce himself and talk you more about the integration IoFMT has with SFG20.
Thank you, Guy. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for SFG20 for organising this. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching. So IoFMT stands for the Internet of Facility Management Things. It's a consultancy service and a managed service launched a few years ago. We have a white paper on our website, which is free and publicly available to download, which looks at the digital drivers for change in facility management and real estate. So a few meanders for us to navigate through. Collaboration is key, and behind that sits data. So we're a problem-solving chartered consultancy and a managed service for the built environment. We can provide you with resource cost, time and energy savings for buildings and building maintenance. And our solutions are tailored. Engineers, technicians and operators, property managers, facility managers and investors. Sitting at the heart of this is a couple of props I've got. One is more valuable engineering hours, less unproductive administration time, better quality data. And what can we do with that? We can enable the implementation of data-led maintenance. We can give you solutions for unraveling the digital drivers for change and paths to integrate artificial intelligence into real estate. And our services, data services, are provided across more than 8 million square feet. Next slide, please, Guy. Thank you. So how do we do this? So IoFMT, if we look at the digital transformation of the built environment, we can take the physical world and the digital world and bring it together to give you time back with technology. You can save time, save money, save energy. Always be audit ready, proactive risk management, and transparent, actionable documentation. We do this through 5 solutions: our professional services, our chartered consultancy, our impact partners, which there'll be more on later, and our 3 managed service products: IoFMT Inception, IoFMT Insight, and IoFMT IO. Next slide, please, Guy. Thank you. So IoFMT Inception, where our integration sits as a founding digital partner with SFG20 Facilities IQ. It all starts with the asset, be the asset the building or the assets inside the building. Of course, you need an up-to-date maintenance schedule to ensure you're compliant, reduce the risk of failures, and many other benefits of SFG20. If your asset data can be improved, our professional services will make it great. With IoFMT Inception, you can inspect your assets for planned and reactive tasks using our dedicated app. The product is an app that means every single time an asset is inspected through planned or reactive, the data goes back to that. You can complete asset maintenance using the latest SFG20 schedules. If there are differences in the schedules, as Guy has said, updates occur each month, then we can support you with benchmarking your commercial model to make sure those times and changes are captured. Our template module lets you combine multiple assets and multiple schedules into one inspection. If you take a plant room, that means you can maintain the assets and different schedules from SFG20 in one inspection. If you have an estate with different sites and one engineer may be going to all those different sites, they can complete one inspection and the system will divide it back out into those different sites so you can manage compliance on a site-by-site basis and apportion the service charge correctly. We also have a process to introduce data-led maintenance with the Internet of Things sensors and BMS analytics. If you have a building management system that's plugged into an analytics system, we can use that data and align it to your asset register, therefore bringing that single asset into a whole host of benefits for your organization and your clients. We can see the flow chart below where there's no assets available. You can go straight to a schedule. One asset, a schedule, and multiple assets, multiple schedules. It all goes back to one inspection. Next slide, please, go. So how does it work? So SFG20 Facilities IQ. With a license, you create a maintenance regime. That maintenance regime, you'll create a live sharing link. You share that sharing link with IoFMT integrations, and that means you can begin to reap the benefits of our solution. Next slide, please, go. Using the IoFMT Inception app, you can select a schedule. Now, there are other options on the homepage, but we're focusing on the SFG20 integration. Our other integrations do include cafm, BMS analytics, sensors, and the ability to search for assets offline, including barcode scans, and see when they were last inspected. Back to the share link, you select your schedule, an SFG20 schedule, and you would download that sharing link, which contains all the schedules that you've shared with us. Next slide, please, go. Through the app, you can select the schedules within that sharing link. We have here some examples of air handling units, thermal wheels, and hot and cold water services. You can view the content, the tasks and steps or activities within those schedules, and you can select to use that schedule. Next slide, please, go. When you select a schedule, if you have a template set up, the template contains the schedules and assets for that inspection. Below illustrates if you don't have a template set up, you would select a schedule and you can select the assets you would like to maintain, like a shopping list. You can select locations and spaces, and you can look at location information for the assets, and scrolling down, you can then see the last inspection date. Once you've collected all your assets in your basket, your cart, then you can start your inspection. With your inspection, you'll see some options on the screen: planned or reactive, a site address, a second inspector, a job number, complete a risk assessment. Next slide, please, Guy. Completing your inspection. This is our main screen where inspectors will spend most of their time. You can view and edit asset information. You can view the task schedule information, including SFG20 smart words. You can complete an activity with sensors such as IoT. So if you have sensors installed, we can ingest that data and you can choose to complete it with IoT. You can flag and pass activities. Flags include repair, replace, repair on inspection, isolated, reset, and we can customize these to suit your contract. You can monitor inspection progress, raise safety observations offline. If you have a safety observation system, you can use this to collect them and feedback to that system. Review your risk assessments by identifying the hazards as you go through that inspection. The search feature. We may have large inspections. You can search by assets and scan by assets. You can review and group flagged activities. If you have similar failures, you can group them into one for electrical, mechanical, building fabric. Capture images. Take notes, a notebook that may be for internal use only, so you can share suitable times for access or other bits of information that may not be warranted on an inspection report. And you can pause and end your inspection. By pausing and ending your inspection, it means we can capture the actuals of the inspection completed to support your commercial model and benchmarking. Next slide, please. Okay. When you've completed your inspection, your data is saved in our secure database. Your inspection reports can then be received via email or automatically uploaded with an API to any third-party system. This means when the inspector can press the complete button and that report will be uploaded to that system automatically. The data from your inspections can be viewed through our other solution, IoFMT Insight, to give you analytics and automated reports, insights into your data, from looking at compliance to looking at the number of remedials, looking at opportunities for energy savings. When you've collected enough data, you can unlock one of our most powerful solutions, IoFMT IO. An AI solution, a large language model for your building based on your data. The inspection report, seamless third-party synchronization, up-to-date compliance always. SFG20 provides the latest, and we can support the delivery of that to your inspectors. Make sure you're audit ready and proactive risk management. Operative productivity boost. As per the screwdriver, the prop I've got here is less time on administration, more time engineering. If you have existing systems or different systems across larger estates, IoFMT Inception can be a bolt-on to those systems, and it's interoperable with each one. This supports the golden thread, gives you that history of the digital building through the life cycle of the individual assets within your building. And there's an example of what IoFMT IO can support you with. Can you tell me failure rates, FMEA analysis, root cause analysis, opportunities for energy savings, areas you may not be able to access at certain times, KPIs, performance, the risk of compliance in certain locations, occupancy risk. Is there a risk for tenants in certain areas that may need to be managed? Monthly reports, and many, many more. Next slide, please, Guy. Our impact partners. So we believe collaboration is the key to net zero. And there's ways to accelerate decarbonisation through foundations with competent individuals, organisations with solid solutions. So our impact partners are brought together to support you with that journey. We have WINT, Water Intelligence, to support water management and reduce your insurance premiums. SmartCall, an innovative solution to give you excellent energy savings on your air conditioning. Crevex, very innovative solution on water management to support Legionella. And Lightfi, another innovative solution who can provide on-demand ventilation with significant savings. By working together, we can support you with a strategy for net zero, decarbonisation, and immediate energy savings to get back that all-important ROI.
thanks so much for everyone attending. And once again, Chris, thanks for taking everyone through IoFMT.
Thank you. Thanks all.